What class are you in right now?
In the HVAC, like heating and cooling,
Okay.
like AC systems, and
Yeah. How do the classes run? Is there a lot of lecture time and classroom time?
there's a decent amount of lecture time going over, like especially at the beginning of the course, going over a lot of the system basics and how, like just how like the systems generally work, the components that are within like the
Okay.
AC system, cooling system for the car in general.
So that kind of gets the whole class in the same place, the same starting point.
Right.
To move on. What do you do after that usually?
Usually after that, they'll have some. Usually they'll give us some packet works to read through a Toyota booklet that they have for like HVAC and cooling and stuff. To sort of read through certain sections and answer questions related to those, to what you're reading.
Okay.
So that way, it sort of helps reinforce like what certain components can do or like how certain things operate within the system, like specific areas.
All right. So again, you're learning how that system works.
Right.
What typically happens after that?
And usually after that, they'll have certain assignments to go out to like a vehicle to either like test something or see how something operates when you activate like an AC switch, like what happens when you press that button and what it's supposed to be doing, and have certain assignments where either to like take apart a system to kind of get a feel for how it all comes apart and goes back together.
And are there worksheets related to that as well?
Yes.
Yeah. And are you filling those out while you're out in the lab, or?
For the most part, you want to try and be filling them up as you go, but it's usually gets hard to kind of go back and forth and fill it out as you do it. But sort of do like what I usually does. I usually sort of look at a few look at it as I'm trying to read it beforehand,
Yeah.
and then sort of go at like sections at a time. So do a few things and answer a little bit of things when I'm at like a decent like pause point, and then continue on.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. How about in diagnostics? Do you do any diagnostics?
Yes. Yeah, they give us problems that are bugged into the cars for us to go out and sort of diagnose like what is happening with the car and what can cause that kind of problem to happen.
Okay. And do you fill out a repair order when you're doing that, or is it more, are they worksheets?
No, it's mostly worksheets that they give us when we're diagnosing it. We don't really have a repair order system or paper with us that we go out.
And you're doing this all on paper? This is
Yes.
done on computer, yeah.
Yeah, it's all paperwork.
Good.
But we obviously use the computers for reference to like a repair manual for said vehicle, so we know what systems are in it and what kind of diagnostic procedure you should be going through for a certain problem.
Got it. Yeah. How about testing? Do you have a test, written test, or are they hands-on tests?
Most of our tests are written tests. They're usually multiple choice questions that really try to make you like think about like the system as a whole to answer the question. It's not like, sure, there are like simple questions like what does this thing do? There are other questions where it's like, if this is happening to the vehicle, what can be defective in the system, or what could be wrong with the system that causes that.
Okay, so you have to demonstrate that you understand how the system works and,
Right.
and recognize what kind of effect an issue with.
Yeah.
That's good. Very good. Thank you, Tom. Well, what are your feelings about this type of instruction or learning?
I think it works pretty well as long as there's a good balance between how much paperwork there is and how much it goes in hand with the hands-on portion as well. Because there can be some times where there's a real excess of paperwork that sometimes it can get a little overwhelming when there's not much else to put the hands-on work. But when there is, for this class, it's been good about keeping a decent balance between paperwork and hands-on stuff.
Good.
So,
Great. Thank you.
you're welcome.
All right, guys. What classes are you taking right now?
Right now, we're in HVAC.
HVAC?
Yep. We just finished up brakes, steering, and suspension.
How'd that go?
Really good.
Yeah. Great.
Yep.
How was the instruction with that? Was there a lot of lecture time, or?
It's a decent amount of lecture time and worksheets, but also a lot of hands-on, which is really good. I mean,
it's a good split between.
Yeah, and that's why we're in this program, because we're all hands-on based learning. So it's nice having that in a college class.
Yeah.
Good, good. When you're doing the hands-on learning, I assume out in the lab,
Yep.
Are you doing worksheets at the same time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
usually, like,
There's a practical portion of the packet that we have to go out there and then fill out as we're doing the lab itself.
Okay.
That ties along and also instructs you on how to do it.
Yeah, so that's really good, because you can go through the packet ahead of time, and basically you'll go on TTENStudentInt, the information website, and read through the textbook, and you'll answer a lot of the questions beforehand. So that way when you get out there and start doing the practical, you already know a decent bit when you're getting into it. And then actually doing the hands-on learning just reinforces everything that you've learned in the textbook and in the material.
Okay, so you're getting exposed to some information and procedures with the questions and with the textbook and reading.
Yep.
exactly.
And then you're going out and actually applying what you learned.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, it kind of
And getting
fortifies
exposed
it
to
all.
it again.
Yes, yep.
That's good. How do you guys feel about this type of instruction? Does it tend to work for you?
I feel like it works
It
more
does.
than just a solely lecture-based course.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I am actually learning here,
Right.
as if
That-
just sitting behind a desk listening to a lecture all day wouldn't really help as
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, it ties back into the hands-on based learning that
Yeah,
we
it
all
just kind of fortifies
It's
everything.
kind of hard to learn something when it's hard to learn something that from a book and not be able to apply it.
Yeah.
And when you can do that, like in the same day, forgetting what you've done is like kind of is much harder to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Great. Great. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no
Appreciate it.
problem.